It sounds like something's about to happen, right? Do you know that a premature ejaculation is an incomplete thought? Oh shit. So what does that mean? Use an incomplete nut. Creeping down the hallway, quiet as kept. The only sign of a murder was the blood I left on the steps. I stopped for a second to wipe it up and threw the bloody towel in the garbage bag with her guts pretty as a picture. Her name was Rosie. Had to kill the bitch cause she was getting too fucking nosy. A school home, she attended U of H. A law student who was looking for a fucking case, but she was barking up the wrong tree, G. Hey yo, what in the hell made the bitch wanna fuck with me? Walking around my crib, steady casing, asking about the strange smells that were coming from my basement. She asked one too many motherfucking questions. It was time somebody taught this stupid bitch a good lesson. I snuck in the house through the back door. It was like a scene from Psycho. The bitch was in the shower. I rushed her quick so she wouldn't have a chance to holler, and said, "Shut the fuck up, ho," and slammed her motherfucking head against the cold floor. Struggling, soaking wet, I gagged her mouth with a whole box of Kotex. After I fucked her, check out what I did. Slit her fucking stomach and watched her squeal like a pig. This shit was gruesome, G. I couldn't call it. I cut off her fingers and flushed them down the fucking toilet. Then wrote my name on the wall like I usually do, to mark a murder hole. Yeah, on Murder Avenue.
Murder, yeah. More murder, watch me murder, ho. More motherfucking murder, nigga. More motherfucking murder, got to pull the trigger. More murder, check it. 157,000 victims in a second.
Gotta give it up to Bridget and Ted. Brand new newlyweds. There's nothing I would love better than to have their fucking heads on a platter. I watched the son of a bitches scatter in broad daylight, but yo, it really didn't matter. I put the guns to their heads and said shut up. Her nigga was big, I watched this big motherfucker nut up on a rampage. Both of them got pistol whipped. The 9 was bloody, so I pulled out my pistol grip. The nigga was damn near dead. I grabbed his bitch by her head and told her spread your fucking legs. I placed the barrel of my pump on her pearl tongue and stuffed the shell inside her pussy and said, "Nah, ain't that fun?" She started to cry. I watched a tear fall from my eyes, said, "Bitch, you must wanna die." I pulled the trigger off the pump back slowly and shot up a nigga until he was full of holes, G. The bitch was screaming in rage. I stepped on her motherfucking face until it caved in, cause killing is so damn sweet. I saved the remains and used them later for ground meat. Being a lunatic, I gotta do the lunatic gotta do, man, yeah. Living on this avenue.
Murder, yeah. More murder, watch me murder, ho. More murder, nigga. More motherfucking murder, got to pull the trigger. More murder, check it. 157,000 victims in a second.
Yo, there's a cause for every effect, so everything has an inspiration. This song was inspired by Jeffrey Dahmer. We all know the drama. So, if you have an argument with me, then you should have better judge him before you judge me. Cause why look at the speck in my eye when he got a plank in his? That's how I look at it. It's a fucked up situation. I feel sorry for the family that it happened to, but this was inspired by the truth.